Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters, inshallah. We welcome you, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, to our first live lecture on the Ting in the Masjid. The topic is Fear the Day that we return back to Allah Azza wa Jal, and it will be delivered by Da'wah Man, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. Of course, we've got the AirPod giveaway at the end. Apologies for starting a bit late, but without further ado, we're going to start now, bi'idhnillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters, inshallah. Bismillah. Salatu wassalam. Imran, you can come on, inshallah.
We live, Taha? Are we live? Are we live?
Naam, we're live and ready, inshallah.
Okay, everyone can hear me?
Everyone can hear you.
No connection issues? Can you ask me if there's any connection issues?
No, alhamdulillah, everything's good.
Okay. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Brothers and sisters, welcome back to our first ever online Ting in the Masjid. Heartbreaking as it is without a masjid. Nonetheless, inshallah ta'ala, we'll still address what it is that we usually address. For those of you who have never been to Ting in the Masjid, we keep it real, we keep it raw. We try to give real life advice and reminders to the brothers and the sisters living in the 21st century. So today I wanted to share with you some lessons with regards to the final day, the day in which we will return back to Allah Azza wa Jal. Because the same way you see me with your own two eyes, with certainty you know that you're looking at me. And the same way you have certainty with the fact that you exist and you live and you breathe, know with absolute certainty that you will return back to Allah, that you once again be resurrected. After you become dust and bones, you will be brought back out from the dead, from the grave, and you'll be brought before Allah Azza wa Jal. The Quraysh at the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they used to mock this, and they used to question, how is it that Allah will bring us back from the dead when our body has become brittle bones? So they will go and dig up a grave in which the bone has become so brittly decomposing into the ground, and literally they would bring it to the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam so brittly that it's literally like dust. They would blow it into his face out of mockery and say, this Allah's going to bring this back to life. And Allah Azza wa Jal, he responded back, and Allah Azza wa Jal said he will bring you back second time the way he created you the first. The way he created you the first time. Does that make sense? Allah Azza wa Jal already created you once, my brothers and my sisters. Why is it so hard for you to have certainty? The way you have certainty, he created you once. Why is it so difficult for you to have certainty that he will create you the second time? Is it harder to create something the first time? Or is it harder to replicate and repeat it the second time? According to what we know that the first time you invent something, you make something, you create something, it's always harder. It took Thomas Edison 999 times to make the light bulb. He got it wrong. On the 1000th time, he got it right. After he got it right, after 1000 tries, then now, mass producing light bulbs, we mass produce them hundreds and thousands by the second. وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلِ الْأَعْلَى. With Allah, the example is greater. For Allah, it wasn't hard the first time, and it wasn't hard the second time. They're both easy. You've already accepted he created you once. Why can you not accept that he will create you again the second time? Not just that, but the creation of the human being, first, second, third, fourth time. If Allah was to create the human being, first time, second time, third time, all of them are nothing in comparison to the creation of the heavens and the earth. The heavens and the earth, you've already accepted Allah created the heavens and the earth. The sky that stands with no pillars, the earth, the mountains, they are a greater creation than the human being. You've already accepted that Allah Azza wa Jal created that with certainty. but the human being is a lesser creation than the cosmos. So you've accepted Allah will create something complex, something so complex as the cosmos, but you're struggling to have certainty that He'll bring you back a second time. And what's more is that you see things being brought back to life with your very own eyes every year like clockwork. When the autumn time comes, the leaves, they die. Where there used to be life, there is now death. And when the spring, summer comes back, as we've witnessed in the last few months, Allah, He brings life back to the very place that He caused death. And that same tree which had died, where the leaves had died, the leaves, they now come back to life. The flowers come back to life. Allah Azza wa Jalla said that Allah has knowledge of where in the ground our every iota of our body, where it went. You know, when the earth decomposes, when the body decomposes into the earth, you don't know which one was your eye, in which bit of soil and earth and sand was the dead person's eye, which part of the soil, the earth, was the dead person's nail, his leg, his feet, his toes. You don't know. To you, you can't tell. Allah Azza wa Jalla said, Allah has recorded every single bit of your body, every bit of your juices, every bit of your atoms, your flesh, which part of the dirt it went into. Surah Al-Qaf, ayah number 2 or 3. Not only that, you know, people come to the earth on which people have been dead and buried, and they pick it up and they make structures out of it, they make pottery out of it. One man came to Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu with a glass, and inside the glass was a drink. And he said to him, he said, whose eye is this? Whose cheek is this? Whose face is this? As in, this came from the earth. You made this cup. This cup was taken from the dirt and it was molded, and you made it through pottery into what it is now. But this from the earth. This is clay from the earth. And this was once a human being. Have you ever wondered? Your house is built upon where perhaps bodies lived and were dead. Your walls now, concrete walls, perhaps now they have someone's eye inside of it. Like, Allah has recorded every bit of your body where it is. And if over time it was taken and one part of your body was put into a skyscraper, another part of your body was turned into a plate, another part of your body was used in some other, instrument. Allah knows, and Allah will bring it all back together. And after Allah Azza wa Jalla told you He will bring you back, He sent down an ayah, which is extremely powerful. An ayah that would make the hearts tremble. That should make the hearts tremble. And this is the last ayah that Allah ever sent down in the Quran. You know, when you start a speech or an essay, the beginning and the end are the most important parts, because at the beginning you want to captivate them, and at the end you want to leave them with that last, most important thing. Have you ever wondered what was the last thing that Allah ever said to mankind through the Quran? Have you ever wondered? What was the last statement? What was the last statement? What was the last thing that Allah, the King of Kings, the Lord of the heavens and earth, sent down as a communication to mankind? This should be the thing that Allah, now the Quran is going to end. Not a single ayah is ever going to come down after this. No ayah will ever come down. So what would the last ayah be? What is it that Allah is leaving us behind with, so that it could summarize the whole message of the Prophet ﷺ, summarize the intent, the mission of the Prophet ﷺ, and it can leave us with something that was going to last and have a long-lasting effect? It was the following ayah, which Allah Azza wa Jalla sent down. He said, وَاتَّقُوا. Allah said, be scared, be afraid, have fear of what? وَاتَّقُوا يَوْمًا تُرْجَعُونَ فِيهِ إِلَى اللَّهِ. Be scared of a day where you are going to be brought back to Allah. ثُمَّ تُوَفَّى كُلُّ نَفْسٍ. Then after that, every single human being, every single soul will be given what it deserves. The good will be given what they deserve, and the bad will be given what they deserve. Based on what? مَا كَسَبَتْ. Based on what they did. Based on what they did with their hands, with their eyes, with their feet. What did you do? What did you do? You did good, you'll be given good today. You did bad, you'll be given bad today. You behaved, you'll be given reward today. You sinned, you'll be given punishment today. وَهُمْ لَا يُظْلَمُونَ. And no one's going to be oppressed. If you did an atom's bit of good, you will see it. Atom bit of good, you will see it. An atom's bit of bad, you will see it. You know what's scary about this ayah right here? At the end of Surah Al-Zalzalah, if you've done an atom's bit of good, you will see it. If you've done an atom's bit of evil, you will see it. How many sins have we forgotten that we did? Major sins. And we've forgotten them. Allah hasn't. Every minor, every major sin has been recorded. وَهُمْ لَا يُظْلَمُونَ. And Allah will not oppress and be unfair. From His fairness is that He will show you all of your good, and He will show you all of your evil. ثُمَّ تُوَفَّى كُلُّ نَفْسٍ. And every single soul will be given what they deserve. My sisters and my brothers, why is it that we are not taking heed of the ayah? وَاتَّقُوا is a command. Fear the day that you will come back to Allah. Fear it. Fear it. This ayah came down 9 days before the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam died. He came, he lived 9 nights, and then he died. That was the end of the Quran. And this ayah touched the Salaf al-Salih so much. Sa'id ibn Jubair, who was a great tabi'i, he would recite this ayah. And one time he was reciting this ayah, ردد هذه الآية واتقوا يوما ترجعون فيه إلى الله بضعا وعشرين مرة. About 20 odd times. Just kept reciting واتقوا يوما ترجعون فيه واتقوا يوما ترجعون فيه واتقوا. Fear the day you will come back to Allah. Fear the day you'll be brought back to Allah. Fear that day, fear that day, fear that day you'll be brought back to Allah. He just kept repeating it until he repeated it 20 odd times. The reason I want to mention this to you is because it seems as if the COVID-19 restrictions are going to be eased, perhaps even next week. And a lot of us have been saved by the mercy of Allah from this disease. And although many have been affected and died, the majority of, and we ask Allah to have mercy on them, but the majority of us have been saved. We've been saved. Do not repay Allah His favor by returning back to how you used to be. Repay Him by being different. Repay Him by preparing for that day where you will stand before Him. And on that day when you stand before Him, the people will be of two types. وجوه يومئذ ناظرة. There will be faces. وجوه يومئذ ناظرة. There will be faces on that day that are bright, glowing. Happiness. Why? إلى ربها ناظرة. Because they'll be looking at Allah. There'll be faces on that day, glowing, bright, shining out of happiness. نظرة. Why? إلى ربها ناظرة. Because they are looking at their Lord. They're seeing Allah. But there'll be faces on that day that will be dark and gloomy. depressed and stressed. What kind of people are they? Allah said, فَلَا صَدَّقَ وَلَا صَلَّى وَلَكِنْ كَذَّبَ وَتَوَلَّى. People, they never used to believe, and they didn't used to pray. They didn't pray. Not just pray, but they didn't used to give charity. ما سلككم في سقر قالوا لم نكن من المصلين. We were for those who didn't pray. And we didn't what? We didn't feed the poor. Didn't give charity. Brothers and sisters, prepare for that day. The best speech is the one which is short and succinct. I will end here, inshallah ta'ala. I pray that Allah Azza wa Jal allows us to be affected by this reminder and this weak attempt of mine to communicate the lessons in this ayah. With that said, subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. We have the airpod giveaway that we're going to do, inshallah. But before we do it, Taha, is there any questions? And I'll try and do my best to answer them, and then we'll do the airpod giveaway. So I urge you all to please remain and to not leave, because we have a pair of AirPods to give to you. Inshallah. Tafadhal, Taha.
Inshallah. Just, if you've got any questions,
just get my AirPods.
no problem. If you have any questions, just use the chat. So there's a chat on the page. Just type
So
in,
what were you saying, bro?
and I'll go it forward, inshallah. I'll just bring you the question.
I can't hear you because for some reason my thing's moving a bit funny. I'm going to put my AirPods in, yeah? Yeah. So again, do you want to mute me from your end because it's echoing?
Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine.
Go on. Any questions?
Yes, you can ask any questions, inshallah, brothers, sisters. You can ask any questions using the chat, either on the YouTube, or you can ask anything on the page. Brothers,
How many people got, Taha?
Oh, 1 second. Oh, I think around 200.
Any questions? Allah barik, man.
So, a brother asking, is it haram to wear, buy, or sell clothing that has a flag which has a cross on it? For example, flag of England. Can you wear a shirt? I'm guessing this is to do, for example, with a football shirt or any type of.
You are not allowed to wear any items that have any religious symbols of any religious symbols other than Islam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw his companion Adi ibn Hatib radiyallahu anhu wearing a cross, and he had just accepted Islam after being Christian. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him, take it off. Does that make sense? And there's a unanimous consensus on this, that any name of any god, any symbol of any god besides Allah Azza wa Jalla, any other religion, it is haram for a person to wear it. And as a matter of fact, Imam Abdullah ibn Amr ibn As radiyallahu anhuma, as Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala, he brings a narration in which Abdullah ibn Amr ibn As, the Prophet's companion, said that a person who celebrates the festivals of the disbelievers will be resurrected with them on the Day of Judgment. They'll be resurrected with them. And that's if they celebrate its festivals. But what if they actually wear the symbols? And pay attention, there are actions of the tongue, actions of the heart, actions of the limb. You might say, I don't believe though this is a God in my heart, I'm just wearing it. So we say there is iman in your heart, your tongue, and your limbs. This is something with regards to limbs because you're wearing it. So this is even though we accept that you might not take it as a God besides Allah. So you're coming with iman in your heart, you come with kufr on your body. So you're not allowed. You're not allowed. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man tashabbaha biqawmin fahuwa minhum." Anyone who imitates a people is from them. And you're not allowed to sell idols, and the cross is an idol and other religious symbols, because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam also prohibited that also.
Now, a brother's asking, how do you make someone pray? So how do I make my friend pray?
Wallahi, make a lot of dua for the person, because you can't make anyone pray. Allah makes them pray. Allah said, إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. You cannot guide whom you love, but Allah is the one who guides whom He will. So ask the one who turns the hearts to turn his heart. And the Prophet was the one who made dua for Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu, and he was an enemy of Islam, and then he became Muslim. What can you do? You can also do your part. You can advise, you can remind, you can teach him, show him the virtues of the prayer, teach him about Allah, Allah's greatness, primarily who is Allah, His rights on Him. Tawheed is the most important thing. And once you talk about Allah, then that's the foundation. Everything else will fall into place. We'll take one more question, Taha, or two more questions. What do you think?
Okay, inshallah. So the next question is, the brother, he says, I've been asking for forgiveness recently, and when you mention people pay for their sins, I feel like I'll still pay for sins despite asking for forgiveness. Are my sins forgiven? And the second, first, inshallah, are his sins forgiven? It feels like
Allah Azza wa Jal, no matter how big you think your sin is, always ask yourself, is it bigger than the mercy of Allah? Simple as. Is your sin bigger than the mercy of Allah? No, it's not. So keep knocking on that door. Keep knocking on the door of Allah, the door of mercy, the door of Allah's mercy, sorry. And how do you knock on that door? By making dua to Allah, begging Him every day. And eventually Allah Azza wa Jal will open that door for you. Or He might have already opened it for you and you've already been forgiven. Does that make sense? So never despair in the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal.
Another person's asking something similar. He says, if he repents to Allah Azza wa Jal, is he still going to be asked on the day of judgment? Is it still going to come back to him and he's going to be asked about what he did?
I remember reading from Imam Hassan al-Basri rahimahullah ta'ala that even if you do a sin, there are some people who they might have repented for it, but it will be Allahu alam. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know. We'll take another question, inshallah.
Another person, he says, if there are two masajid, one closer to you than the other, but there is a 30 minutes difference in the Fajr prayer, which one do you follow in terms of the Fajr prayer?
Generally speaking, the Hanafis, they pray the Fajr a bit late, and the rest, they pray Fajr a little bit early. And the khilaf comes due to a hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One second. Just 1 second, guys. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, what was that? What was the question again?
So the question was, if there's two masajid, they're next to each other, next to it, they have difference in terms of Fajr. Which one does he follow?
Yeah, so what I was saying was that basically there's the Hanafis, they pray Fajr a little bit later, and like the Shafi'iyya and whatnot, they pray Fajr a little bit earlier. Of course, once the Fajr time is coming, and the khilaf came, I think the hadith is a Sunnah Tirmidhi, in which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned that when it comes to the Fajr, I think it's called Isfar, the Isfar time. The Prophet ﷺ said, he said, Asfiru with the Fajr. Does that make sense? So pray the Fajr at that time. And that's when it starts to get like a bit yellowy. Does that make sense? So the khilaf came, is that the time you start the Fajr? Or is that the time that you end the Fajr Salah? Does that make sense? So I have the hadith here, Asfiru bil Fajr, فَإِنَّهُ أَعْظَمُ لِلْأَجْرِ. The Prophet ﷺ said, Asfiru. So he would say that, he would say, do Isfar with the Fajr. Do Isfar with the Fajr. And that's that time where it's when the sun starts to rise a little bit. Does that make sense? Because there you have more ajr. So some said, Asfiru bil Fajr here means start the Fajr at that time. Others said Asr bil Fajr means take the Fajr Salah up until that time. So, Wallahu Alam, it seems strongest view is that what it means is that take Fajr up until that time, not start Fajr at that time. So the ones who pray a bit later would seem, according to what is apparent in terms of the strongest view, that is not correct, and the brother should go with the masjid that starts off a bit further. Wallahu a'lam. It starts off a bit earlier, sorry, starts earlier, because that's more in line with the other evidences. For example, when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Tilka salatul munafiq," this is the salah of the hypocrite. And then he said, it's for a person who waits for the sun to come till the time is almost gone, and then he quickly pecks the ground 4 times, and he doesn't remember Allah Azza wa Jalla a lot because he delayed his salah and it's about to go. The sun's passed, it's coming, and it's like he quickly prays. So if you take those 2 hadith together, and also the fact that Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu, he asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that what is the greatest action, the Prophet said, as-salatu ala waqtiha, or kama qal, is to pray the salah at its correct time. So if you take all the evidences in line, it would seem that what makes more sense is the interpretation that says asfiru bil fajr means to start the fajr at its correct time and take it as in read the fajr salah long. And also the fact that we know that Sahaba and the Prophet used to read the fajr salah very long, and they would extend it. Does that make sense? And the fact that also we know that the Prophet he would finish salah, and some of the companions would still not be able to recognize each other. Does that make sense? They still wouldn't be able to like see each other, or they'd barely be able to see each other because it was still quite dark. If you're starting the salah quite late, then obviously you're going to finish it when it's very bright, so you'll be able to see those who are in and around you. Wallahu a'lam wa a'lam. Hope that answers the question.
Naam, there's another question. It's a very good question.
Okay, last one, inshallah. Yeah?
Naam, how does a person ask for forgiveness for a sin that he might have forgotten? So he might have done a sin maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago. He might have forgotten.
Go to the last ayah of Surah Al-Baqarah and memorize that dua. Not the whole ayah. Memorize the whole ayah, but the dua is at the beginning, basically. Allah taught us to say, رَبَّنَا لَا تُؤَاخِذْنَا إِن نَسِينَا أَوْ أَخْطَأْنَا. Oh Allah, do not hold us to account for what we've done out of forgetfulness. لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا. Do not hold us to account for the things that we forgot. أو أخطأنا, and the mistakes that we made. Don't hold us to account for the things that we forgot. And do not hold us to account for our mistakes. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned that Allah Azza wa Jalla said, قَدْ فَعَلْتُ, that I've done that for you. So you make that dua, inshallah, Allah Azza wa Jalla, He will forgive you for that which you did knowingly and that which you did unknowingly and that which you did when you forgot that you done it. Does that make sense?
Take another question, or
the things that you did out of forgetfulness. You did a sin, you forgot that it was wrong, you did it, you forgot. You didn't even realize. Like, for example, when you're fasting and you out of forgetfulness, you drink something, right? And you're not supposed to, but you forgot. لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. Do not hold us to account for our mistakes and the things that we did out of forgetfulness. In terms of the things that you did and later on you forgot, then just ask Allah and say, Allah, forgive me for those things that I might have done and that I had forgotten. Because this ayah, if I'm not mistaken, is about the things that you did at the time you were doing it, you were in a state of forgetfulness. Not that you forgot after you'd done it. Allah alam if it applies to that. But generally speaking, you just make dua and say, Allah, forgive me for the things that I did out of forgetfulness. So just to remember, this ayah is with regards to things that you did whilst in a state of forgetfulness. Not things that you did and you forgot that you did them later. Allah alam if it applies to that or not, but I know it applies to things that you did in a state of forgetfulness. If you done a sin and you forgot later, then just generally make tawbah and say, Allah, forgive me for my sins. Allah, you remember things that I've forgotten, forgive me. Use general tawbah. رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا وَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Use those kind of du'as. Hope that's clear, because I don't want anyone to misunderstand the ayah. Naam, we done, Taha?
Naam, unless you want to take any more questions, we're basically...
No, what I wanted to do just before we go to the AirPod giveaway, have we still got on the live, by the way?
We've got just over 200.
Okay, alhamdulillah, you guys are still with me, yeah? Basically, I just wanted to bring you in on something, guys. You might have already heard me mention it as an announcement at the Ramadan conference that we're starting a one-year Islamic studies program on the 31st of August. It's going to last for 38 weeks, the academic year, where Ustad Tim Humble, Ustad Abu Taymiyyah, Ustad Yasin, Ustad Yasir, Ustad Ahad, Ustad Sa'ad, and also myself will be going through classical Islamic texts, teaching you guys, inshallah ta'ala, the basics of your deen, okay? So we're going to go through Tawheed, we're going to go through Aqidah, we're going to go through Fiqh, we're going to go through Sirah, we're going to go through Tafsir, we're going to go through manners, we're going to go through Hadith, so much amazing stuff. Now, we had opened it up to only a class of 50 people, and within, I think it was about 48 hours, if I'm not mistaken, Taha, 50 were sold out. They were signed up. And then it got so sold out that we said, okay, we have to open up another class. And straight away, alhamdulillah, we had, up until now, 40 spaces gone. So there are 10 spaces that are remaining. 10 spaces that are remaining. Does that make sense? And what's going to be amazing about this program is that it's going to be online. And we wanted to do it so that the teacher can build a relationship with the students and vice versa. Because when you see the classes that we have in the Knowledge College, a lot of them are videos where you don't get to interact with the teacher, don't get to ask the teacher questions. But on this program, you get to ask teacher questions, interact. It's basically the closest thing to actually being with a teacher in real life. And the reason I wanted to do this is because there's a poetry by Imam al-Shafi'i where he mentioned, لَن تَنَالُوا الْعِلْمَ إِلَّا بِسِتَّةٍ سَأُنْبِيكَ أَنْ تَفْسِيرِهَا بِبَيَانِ. He said, you will not seek knowledge except if you do the following things. Then he mentioned following things, and from them he said, صُحْبَةُ أُسْتَاذ, that you build a relationship with a teacher. You accompany a teacher, you follow a teacher, you befriend a teacher. Does that make sense? Because that companionship of that teacher, that the fact that he gives you his time, that is going to be that thing that helps you understand. And I know with my teacher, I learned more with him outside the classroom than I did in the classroom with everyone else. But sometimes when the class would stop and the camera would stop, they'd say, "One second, let me break it down for you on the board. Let me explain it to you, the question and answer and all that." So this is really an opportunity for you guys to learn. Does that make sense? Now, there are 10 spaces left. We probably will, I'll just let you know now, open it up to like maybe another 4 or 5 above and beyond that, because we always get a few more in, because last minute, someone may not be able to turn up or carry on with the program for whatever reason. But we are not opening up a third class. Once we reach the limit for this next class, we will not be opening up a third class, because we just don't have the resources. And as it stands right now, you'd have to wait an entire year if you want the opportunity again, and you don't know if you're going to be here for another year, perhaps. So do not miss this opportunity. Do not miss this opportunity. I've already started doing some on the Knowledge College myself, Ustad Yasin, Ustad Abdul Ahad, Ustad Yasir, Sa'ad, myself. We've already started doing mini courses with the students. And I'm sure many of them are probably listening to this live right now. And they will testify to the fact that the live interaction with the teacher, it speaks volumes. And it really is a completely different educational experience where they're actually able to learn so much more. They're able to learn so much more, and they ask questions. Sometimes I don't know the answer. In fact, a lot of the times I don't know the answer to the question myself, but I'll go research it, find out, we share, and we grow knowledge together. Does that make sense? So it's going to be an amazing opportunity. If you guys want to sign up, Taha, what was the link again to sign up?
So I've put it into the chat. It's knowledgecollegeonline.com /MSG
/MSG dash course, yeah? Okay. And one of the things that I've been doing the last few weeks is I've been calling the students who've signed up already. And I've been calling them on the phone, personally welcoming them. And I haven't got through everyone because, like I said, we have about 80 plus people that signed up, 89 people that signed up. And alhamdulillah, I'm still going through them. But I think most of them are called. In fact, if there's anyone that I've already called, can you please mention it in the can they all see each other chatting right now?
Yeah, everyone can see each other's messages.
Is there anyone who I already called that can mention it so they can testify to the fact? Also, is there anyone that's on my classes that I've been doing on Knowledge College, the live ones, or with any of the other teachers that can testify to how interactive and how much more beneficial the interactive element is? Inshallah, if we can mention that below, perhaps maybe encourage someone else. And those of you who sign up, inshallah ta'ala, and hopefully we can close and get these last 10 right here, right now. I'm going to be calling you guys up as well. I'm going to personally call you. I might call you tomorrow, I might call you the day after, but I will definitely be calling you, inshallah ta'ala, most likely before Ramadan, and personally welcome you to the program. And the program is on the 31st of August, but between Ramadan, the end of Ramadan, and the 31st of August, we're going to have loads of really amazing stuff to keep you guys engaged and to keep you guys on track to prepare you for the program, inshallah ta'ala. So I'm here right now. I'm looking at everyone who's signing up. I just want to see if there's anyone from this live that is willing to sign up right now, is willing to join us. So I'm going to refresh the page in a bit. Say that again.
As for the course, what does the course compose of? Is it 1 month? Is it 2 months? Is it a whole year?
It's a 39-week course. It's a 39-week course, 4 days a week, 4 lessons every week, okay, with different teachers, different subjects. The subjects are Tawheed, Aqidah, Fiqh, Sirah, all that. And right now, as we mentioned, we have an offer that's running, alhamdulillah, and it is £800 for the entirety of the year. But right now, if they was to sign up right now, it's only £600. And even that £600, they pay in installments of £150 a month. Does that make sense? So make it easy. It's a 1-year course. It's a 1-year course. So the email address, so the website link is Muslim. Was it knowledgecollegeonline.com /
SG-course.
Okay, can they see it? Have you pinned it? Have you pinned the link for them?
Yeah, they can see it.
They can see it, yeah. So let's see who's joining us, inshallah ta'ala. Is there anyone that's joined us on our Knowledge College? Let me just refresh the page. Okay, alhamdulillah. We got Umar Ahmed, who has joined us on the Knowledge College. Allahumma barik. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Anyone else going to join up, inshallah ta'ala? And then we're going to do the AirPod giveaway. If we can get these numbers, we can get the course, so we can just close it tonight. That would be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So Umar Ahmed joined us. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Remember, if you sign up to this program, which is called the Muslim Survival Guide, I'm going to personally be calling you myself. The whole point is that we can start building a relationship between the teachers and the students and helping them to grow as much as possible. Taha, any of the students talking on the chat? Because I can't see from my end. We have Hawa Warsami, who also signed up, alhamdulillah. Signed up to Knowledge College, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. MashaAllah. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program. Alhamdulillah. Who else is going to join us? Who else is going to join us? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
What's the energy saying?
Allah is good. Brothers are just asking about the link was not working, so I've given a new one. So this is knowledgecollegeonline.com / MSG-PDF. This one should work if the other one doesn't.
Okay.
If you have any problem with that one, this one works.
Okay. Guys, quick, because this is gonna go. This is gonna go. Who's just comment right now if you're looking to sign up. If you're looking to sign up, right, just comment below. So I'll read it to you. What they say. Also, are any of the previous students also on from any of the other knowledge course stuff? Are they on the chat? Are they talking?
1 second. It's a mix. It's a big mix. Brothers that don't know anything about the courses, brothers that do, etc. Also, one important thing in terms of the course. So the reason the other link wasn't working is you have to put www. If you don't put www, the link is going to be broken. It's not going to work. So www.knowledgecollegeonline.com /MSG-PDF or -course. So both of those links should be working.
So you've written the link for them, yeah? Can they all see the link?
Yep, everyone can see the link.
It's been pinned, yeah? Yeah, if you don't put the www, you're not going to get it. Shall I refresh the page again, see if anyone else signed up? Should we go, Taha?
Yeah, go on.
Alhamdulillah, we got Sister Sadia Muhammad who signed up to Knowledge College. Alhamdulillah. Welcome to the family, guys. Welcome to the family. Allahumma barik, Allahumma barik, Allahumma barik, Allahumma barik. We got Rahma Mukhtar. Rahma Mukhtar. Alhamdulillah. Oh, snap. Literally, we had two just sign up straight away. We have Benazir Azimi and Lisa Carlisle. I'm assuming that's a revert sister. Allahumma barik. Welcome to the family. Family. Allahumma barik. I was gonna say, bro, are you sure they have access? You sure the link that you gave them is the one? Which link? Because one link will take them to the upsell for the Knowledge College Basic, and one will take them to the upsell to the Muslim Survival Guide. Because someone just signed up also to the Knowledge College Basics. I'm thinking, did we give the wrong link by any chance?
I'm just gonna double check. No. No, it's the
See where it's
so MSG-PDF. Go to MSG.
Yo, we just had another one. Alhamdulillah, Sister Amina Benjid. Allahumma barik. I'm going to be personally calling you guys, welcoming you to the program. This is it. I think that's it. We can close tonight, though. We're going to be able to close tonight, inshallah. We're going to be able to close tonight. Say that again?
How many spaces do we have?
We've got 6 left, alhamdulillah. 6.
Only 6 left. Allahumma barik.
We can shut down.
So we just need 6 more people, and that's it, inshallah.
And I forgot to mention earlier, we had Fahmina Chowdhury. Sorry, it's Chaudhry. It's Chaudhry. I can't say it. Actually, I don't want to say it like a British guy. I want to say it proper. Chaudhry. Fahmina Chaudhry. Allahumma barik. Welcome to the family, sister.
One brother's asking what books are studied. So what is the person going to do? Is he just going to...
Kitab al-Tawheed. Kitab al-Tawheed in Tawheed. Al-Wasatiyya in Aqidah by Ibn Taymiyyah. We're going to study fiqh, which is a basic text in fiqh called Matan Abi Shuja' in Shafi'i fiqh. We're going to study the seerah, the life of Prophet ﷺ. We're going to study the last 4 juz of the Quran, the tafsir of them. Does that make sense? We're going to study 40 hadith of Imam al-Nawawi. And I know some of these courses have already been taught before, and someone might have done it, but this is different because every time you teach one of these books, you teach them with a different angle, different explanation. And you don't, just because you studied something doesn't mean that you actually understood it all. This time, inshallah ta'ala, you're going to actually increase your chance of understanding because the teacher's going to be there with you. And there's so much more, so much more. Manners, we're going to study a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Also, I want to give a shout out to brother Liban Sharmaki who signed up. Liban Sharmaki, welcome to the family. I love that name, Sharmaki. You know what Sharmaki means? You guys know what Sharmaki means? You know what it means, Taha?
No, I just know it's a Somali name, that's it.
No, we got a friend called Sharmaki, innit? It means see no evil.
Okay,
Shar. Sharmaki. Okay, let's see, inshallah, if we've got anyone else that sign up. If not, we could just close the registration. Is anyone looking to sign up? Let us know. We'll give it another minute or 2, and then we'll shut it, inshallah ta'ala, and we'll do the AirPod giveaway. Alhamdulillah, man. People just, it's lovely. I'm really looking forward to this program because we've been doing, you know, what makes me even more excited is the fact that we've been doing these little 1-week courses. We're doing it with the students live, and I'm already seeing like the benefit of just when they have the student interaction, able to really go through things. And some of the sisters from the small program that we've been doing, they already teamed up. They've been teaching each other. They've been jumping on Zoom, going through their notes with each other. Like, it's amazing. Like, and they're all connecting, and many of them from different parts of the world, many of them from the same parts of the world, and they're meeting people in their country that they didn't even know, and they were linking up. Like, it's actually amazing, man. Allah about it. It's actually amazing.
One person they're asking 2 things. So the first one is, does a person have enough time for this? What's the time that a person needs to kind of commit to the program?
And you just need an hour and a half, 4 times a week to do the lesson, And then, of course, you do your own personal revision outside of that. Hour and a half a week, a lesson. That's it. That's it. You know, I don't usually say this, yeah, but even though you should revise, but even if you're a person whose life is so hectic that you can't revise, you can only fit in an hour and a half just to listen to the lesson and be live in the lesson, I would say just do that, because that's better than not doing anything at all. Does that make sense? Because the things that you're going to learn here, the Prophet ﷺ said, طَلَبُ الْعِلْمِ فَرِيضَةٌ عَلَى كُلِّ مُسْلِمٍ. Sorry, 1 second. We had another person just sign up. I think Sister Shannon Dilbaro. Shannon Dilbaro. Allahumma barik. Welcome to the family, sister. We have got a big family. Alhamdulillah. It is amazing. MashaAllah. Remember Knowledge College, the place where you link up and learn. You learn and you make loads of friends. Does that make sense? You're going to meet people. You're going to connect with people, even though it's online. You're going to connect with them, inshallah ta'ala. Anyway, the question was what? Sorry, Taha, what was I saying?
So that was the first one. Second one was if someone's already signed up to, for example, the Aqidah bundle on the Knowledge College online.
Very different. Very different.
Okay.
Very different. Very different, because we're going through books in Aqidah that are not even on Knowledge College right now, like Al-Wasatiyah. And even if they were on it, it will be taught in a totally different way. And you cannot compare the live element of the class with, you know, recordings. Why is it that so many different scholars? I'm saying, you know, some people might think, oh, look, but I've studied Al-Wasatiyah and I studied Kitab al-Tawheed and I don't need. I would say, why is that so many different scholars write different explanations from the same book? Ibn Uthaymeen explained Al-Wasatiyah. Al-Fawzan explained Al-Wasatiyah. Okay, Muhammad Khalil Harras explained Al-Wasatiyah. Ulama explained Al-Wasatiyah. So many. Kitab al-Tawheed being explained by Sheikh Al-Fawzan, Ibn Uthaymeen, by Sheikh Ibn Baz. You know, so many ulama have explained the same book. Why? Are they repeating? Some things are repetitive, the main things, but a lot of the time the books are so deep that each person is bringing a different flavor, a different vibe. They teach you one book, but they come at it from so many different angles. So you learn a lot. Does that make sense? You learn a huge amount like that. Anyway, inshallah, let's see if there's not any more questions. Actually, should we proceed to the giveaway?
Why not? Why not? Should we just go straight to it, inshallah?
Yeah, let's go straight to the giveaway. And alhamdulillah, we have Intisar Nuruddin, who also signed up to the Knowledge College Muslim Survival Guide. Allahumma barik. Allahumma barik. Shout out to you, bro. You get a phone call very soon. I'm assuming that's a brother's name, Intisar. Allahumma barik. Yeah, bro, you go ahead with the raffle. You go ahead with the raffle.
Yeah, I don't think Intisar is a brother's name, but you know.
Oh, it's not a brother's name. Intisar.
I don't think it is. No.
Like Muntasir. Brother or sister. Alhamdulillah, Muwada also signed up to the Knowledge College Survival Guide. Alhamdulillah. So what's that? That's like 3-4 spaces left now. 3-4 spaces. What's this?
Can I see it?
This is spooky. This looks spooky.
No. Basically, a lot of people were complaining last time. Last time what we did was we took each ninth person and then we put them into the giveaway. But this time we put on as much people as we could, as in we got as many people as we could. So it looks very cramped up because there's a lot of people in there. And that's everyone's email. So what's going to happen is I'm just going to spin it. It's going to come out with a name. That person is not going to win. And then we're just going to do the fifth person. This time we're going to do the fifth person. So the fifth person that it lands on. I'm so sorry
to cut you off, Taha, yeah? I'm so sorry. Can I just say something? I'm so sorry to cut you off.
Go on.
I'm so sorry to cut. Okay. I just had a brother message me right now saying, Salaam alaikum. May Allah bless you for what you're going to launch with Allah's permission alone. Actually, wallah, I would love to sign up and study this new course, but my mother can't afford it. May Allah bless you and grant you the highest rank in Jannah. Ameen. Now, we actually have a program open where you could sponsor students who want to study, but they're not able to afford it for whatever reason. Does that make sense? Does anyone be willing to sponsor just brother right here, or any other brother or sister that would like to be able to study and can't afford it? Then please email us at survivalguide.in@gmail.com. Survivalguide savivalguide.in@gmail.com. You can either cover the whole 1 year tuition fee, or you can cover it you can cover a quarter of it. You can cover a quarter of it. Does that make sense? So, Dara, can you put that email address in there? If anyone would like to cover, and especially in the month of Ramadan, and remember to fund a person who's a student of knowledge or wants to seek knowledge is one of the reasons why Allah Azza wa Jalla provides you with rizq. There was a companion Prophet ﷺ who used to fund his brother who used to study with the Prophet ﷺ, and he used to, and the Prophet ﷺ said, perhaps Allah is providing you for you just because of the fact that you're providing for your brother. Does that make sense? So, who inshallah ta'ala would be able would like to do that for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal? If you'd like to do it for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, please email us immediately at survivalguide.in@gmail.com. Did you put that in there for them, Taha? Yeah.
Repeat the email, please.
survivalguide.in@gmail.com.
Okay, Jimmy, and then we've got survivalguide.in@gmail.com.
Yeah, and you can help support that brother or any other brothers and sisters that are in that situation. Okay, that's it. It's all you now, bro.
Okay, Jameen, inshallah, we're just going to quickly go through this. We don't want to take too long on this like last time. Okay, so remember, first person that comes on, you're not the winner. You're not going to win. We're just going to remove you from the list. Fifth person, as soon as your email comes up, you have to email madtinginthemasjid@gmail.com. That's madtinginthemasjid@gmail.com, madting@gmail.com. I'm going to put that in the chat as well for now. So just very quickly, inshallah, we're just going to spin the wheel, see what name comes up. That name is going to get removed. So that's the first one. Okay, unfortunately, I'm going to have to remove you. Next person, inshallah.
Bro, it's not fun if you don't actually call out the name.
ipsy.c@icloud.com. Fortunately, you didn't win. Okay, next one. So we've got 3 more. This one and then 2 more. And then we're going to see who the winner is, inshallah. Just remember, you might get the prize, but if you're not here, you won't receive it unless you email. OJ Business, Allahumma barik. So this is the 4th one. So the one after this, so the 5th one, you are going to be the winner, inshallah, if you're present, if you're here. So if you know anyone that signed up and they, you know, for whatever reason they left the live, tell them to come back as soon as possible. We're going to spin it now, inshallah. So this person is the winner, potentially. So AJ Lal Subhani 09@gmail.com. So that brother, you need to very quickly email madtinginthemasjid@gmail.com.
That's the brother one, yeah?
Yeah, so he needs to email. If he doesn't email, then we're going to move it on to another person.
Well, as in right now, he has to email right now.
Yeah, to show that he's here, he's present, he's listening.
So how long? Give him like 60 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, a few minutes. Obviously, it's a bit delayed, so we'll give him a few minutes, 2 minutes or something. One brother's asking how long did it take you to enter all the emails? Alhamdulillah, we're living in 2020, so it's not that hard. We can just move the emails to the list. Where's my name? My brother asked, where's my name? Basically, we cannot enter thousands of names into the draw. So what we do is we remove some of the names. We do a way of choosing who makes it to the final list. So that was all done privately. So if you don't see your name, that means you didn't pass the preliminary stage. You didn't pass that one, unfortunately.
I see.
Well,
Move on to the
brothers love
next
making
person, bro.
fake email addresses. Like if people are making fake email addresses and they can email in, and the actual guy hasn't emailed in, I think it's safe to say that we can move on, inshallah.
Yeah, move on.
Okay, we're gonna remove the brother. See what's next. Fatumo610@gmail.com. You need to email as soon as possible, sister, inshallah, so we can send you that AirPods. If you don't and you miss it, like last time, some people they saw it too late, so unfortunately they ended up losing out on it, even though the name came up. If you snooze, you lose. So make sure you email right now, inshallah. Because I can see if people are emailing with the fake email address trying to claim it, and the person who's real hasn't emailed yet, then we're just gonna have to move on. Brother saying this is gambling. Brother, this is not gambling, inshallah. This is this is a giveaway. It's one-sided. So we're giving a prize to one person. No one paid to take part in it, so it's not gambling. You don't have anything to lose, so it's not gambling, yeah? Gambling is when you have a chance of losing. Where is this? Okay, we're just gonna move on, inshallah. Next person.
You know, I'm just chatting to people in the group right now.
Yeah, and I've seen it. I'm feeling to just remove it.
Oh, I know they're chatting to man.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Hey, listen, you know what? Yeah, can we? You know, I'm feeling a bit gassed. Can we get everyone to go onto Zoom right now so I can just chat to everyone?
On Zoom.
Yeah,
So you want me to send them the link?
just send them a Zoom link so we can have a little Zoom meeting. But as long as all the sisters they turn off their mics, sorry, their videos and whatnot.
Okay, there's over 400 people right now, so I don't know.
And I told him a jinn story. Look, Aki said he wants to hear his jinn story.
Okay, inshallah. Let's quickly find a winner, and then we'll do that. So the other person still didn't email as well. Okay, look, cbooterfast7@gmail.com. You need to email as soon as possible, so we can move on to that Zoom meeting I was talking about. Okay, I've just seen you active on the group chat. I mean, not the group chat, the chat. Okay, this is long. I'm just gonna see from the chat then, inshallah. From the chat, which brothers can see their name? Who can see their name on the wheel? If you can see your name on the wheel, and you let me know as soon as possible, then you might be the winner. If you can see your name on the wheel.
Now, can I choose someone? Can I choose someone? Can I just give it away?
Go on.
Huh?
Well, you want to choose one random person?
I'm gonna choose someone random. Yeah.
How you gonna see that?
I'm gonna choose. One sec. Who am I gonna choose?
Okay, when you don't say me, Just mention your email address. So
Okay,
mention
just
your
give me a
email address.
reason. Just give me a reason to choose you right now. Okay, this is how we're gonna do it. Who's gonna give me the best reason right now for me to choose them? The best reason to choose them quickly. One brother goes, I'm on the road. I can't see my name. It's way too small.
One brother called Muhammad
Give me a
Yusuf.
reason. Give me a
Huh?
reason. Give me a reason to choose you. Give me a reason to choose you. Give me a reason. You lot are not giving me reasons. Give me a good reason to choose you. They just keep saying me. Hey, this is funny.
What was the name?
Bruv,
Please.
give
Okay,
me a
inshallah.
reason. Give me
I
a
think
reason to choose you then. Whoever gives me the best reason, I'll choose them, inshallah. The best reason. The best reason. The best reason.
let's enter the emails that we can see.
Oh my gosh, what is this 21st century, bro? They're not understanding what I'm saying. They all keep saying me, me. I said, give me a reason.
I'm just gonna
Give
enter
me...
the first five people, yeah?
No, one second. I want to see someone give me a reason. Right now, if the first person give me a reason, the reason's good, they'll get it. That's them. Israel.
Okay, I
Excellent.
think this is the best way to go forward. Just to quickly end it. Put some email addresses here.
So
Oh, just
Ali
press
Aden
fine.
goes, I would use the AirPods to listen to put on no cap. I don't get it. What does that mean?
To listen to what?
To put on no cap. David Law says, I like free stuff. Fatima Muhammad says, for the sake of Allah. That's a good reason, but keep it coming.
Okay, should I spin it? I've got a couple emails from the ones that are on the chat right now. And then we're not going to waste any time. These people are there. They're waiting.
You know, I think this is cool. Well, should we do the chat? Should we do the wheel, or should we just do it like this?
I think we should just do the wheel just to be a bit fair.
I found a winner, you know. I found a winner.
But don't announce it, because if you announce it now, and
I've
they
got
didn't
him.
actually
He
think
gave me
they
a good
won, but
reason.
they didn't win.
He gave me a good reason though.
Yeah, I know, but let's try to be a bit fair. Let's try to be a bit fair. I've got a couple brothers on the wheel already.
Okay, we'll do it your way, but can I just mention the guy who I was going to choose?
Yeah, go on.
But he didn't win because Taha's doing it his way. If you wanted to do it my way, I would have chosen Hamza Khan. Hamza Khan said, listen to Quran and seek knowledge.
He didn't even enter his email address.
Oh, he did enter his email address?
No.
How about Hamza? How's he on there then?
He's not on there.
He is. He's chatting to me now.
No, but he's not on the final list. So we got a final sample of the people that are going to win. Anyway, my battery is really low, so I'm just going to quickly spin this, yeah? So
okay, spin it,
your name here, you're one of a potential winner.
And then we'll do the Zoom, and I'll tell them a jinn story.
Are you sure you want to tell them a jinn story, yeah?
Yeah. I'll tell them a jinn story, inshallah.
What type of jinns? Again, tell them about the types of jinns.
I'm going to tell them about that story in the masjid where there was that mad Ting.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, if you see your name, you didn't win. By the way, we're gonna pick the third one. Oh wow, Daniel.
Is that our Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel.
No way, Daniel won.
No, he lost.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's not a normal giveaway. Okay. So the second one, you're gonna lose as well, unfortunately.
Where is this? I can't see this.
You can't see it. It's shared. It's on the screen.
Oh, it's because I'm on YouTube. Okay. It must be pain when they see their name pop up and then they're like, oh, I lost.
Yeah, and then they'll have to remove it. Okay, this is the winner, yeah. We're going to end it here once and for all. You guys are in the chat. Definitely 100% you guys are watching because you gave me your images not too long ago. So I'm just going to spin it now and see who won.
Right, you caught me slipping. Eating a chocolate cake, my brother. You caught me slipping.
I cut the screen off.
You just put a mic on me. That is a violation.
No. What I done was I cut the screen off. I cut the screen off just before and after winner. So I'm just gonna. I know who the winner is. So I'm just gonna let it.
Imagine, bro. I was doing a matic.
Okay. Do you guys really want to see who the winner is?
Yeah, I want to see the winner, man.
3, 2, 1. Okay, Tahira 1411. So you
طاهرة
Tahira. No, Tahira 1411 at outlook.com. Just email matting@gmail.com, inshallah, or we'll contact
Oh, you know, you're just baiting out the email address. That's so big.
I mean, you have to have some sacrifice, isn't it?
Like, funny guy. Listen, I was going to say, so who wants to hear Jin's story right now? How are we going to get them onto the team?
I can just literally share the URL for the Zoom meeting
Okay.
idea right now.
Okay, guys. Okay, one sec. Put me on quickly so I can chat to them.
Okay.
Listen, guys, I'm gonna send you lot a link to a private link so you lot can jump on a private Zoom with me. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just feeling the vibe right now. It's nice. Night reminder. It's that. I don't know. I feel the energy. So here's what we're gonna do. Send the link, inshallah. Please, it's a Zoom link, so know that your camera turns on automatically and your mic turns on automatically. Please keep it off the whole time. If you don't want to speak, there's a feature where you can put your hand up, but don't put the mic on. Would you call it? Don't turn your mic on and interrupt, because it's not going to be nice. Spoil it for everyone, and I'm just going to leave. I'm literally just going to lock it off. Does that make sense? So you're going to spoil it for everyone. So yeah, Taha, do you want to send the link in? Yeah, they're all just going to jump into this.
Yeah, they're just going to jump into this. We're going to leave it stream on YouTube.
Can you set a setting so that chime thing doesn't happen? The chime and that the video and everything's automatically muted.
Should be already on. So when they join, okay, bro. Make sure all of your microphones are muted.
Yeah, just everyone mute their microphone.
Video microphone needs to be off, otherwise you'll get removed.
Right, there people coming in. Can you remove that? Can you remove the video and everything's automatically muted? The video and everything's automatically muted.
Hi.
You should be already on. Mute your microphone.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. How you lot doing?
Wa alaikum salam.
You can mute everyone, right?
How are you?
Mute your microphone. I'm
Yes,
good, man.
can.
How you lot doing?
Good.
It's a bit late for that.
Good.
There you
There's
go.
a chat feature as well. If you don't want to chat, there's a chat feature where you can. Here, jump in and jump back in. Jump out and then jump back in.
Okay, Jamila, basically, I muted everyone. So
You muted everyone, yeah?
yeah.
Oh, how many people you got in the meeting?
78. So it's almost gonna get packed. This
78.
is 100, right?
Say that again?
It's the limit is 100, right? Afwan, you're muted. Is the limit 100?
Yeah, limit's 100.
100. 100. So people like.
Listen, I was gonna say, Electrify and Omar put his hand up. You wanna give him permission to speak?
Just give me a second, inshallah. We want to reach 100, and then we're gonna lock it off.
You're gonna lock the group so no one can get back in if they leave, yeah?
Basically.
Okay, calm. 99. Who's gonna be the 100th person? That's it. 100.
Okay,
Lock the tick. Lock the tick.
Should we stop the stream on YouTube? These guys are not gonna know what happened here.
Yeah, stop it. This is private now. This is exclusive.
Okay, guys.
Exclusive.
Assalamu alaikum on YouTube.